Hello everybody and welcome back to the second ever podcast from Happy Acres. Big massive thank you to those who listened to my first one. We got 10 followers off it, which isn't bad. It's a good start, so it's not bad. Again, thank you to those who have subscribed to the YouTube channel. We had an extra 13 subs in the last 2 weeks, which is good. We're climbing again. That's what I'm looking for. And those of you who signed up to the website so far, again, it's slowly taking off. So you know, I'll keep plugging that because it is good, and there'll be some giveaways on there as well. And it is free to sign up. The forums are good. They're free. There's lots of little hints and tips on there, and you can even start your own little discussion on there. So if you go on the YouTube channel, and in the description of my latest video, which I'll tell you about in a minute, there's all the links to my social media on there, so go and check that out. And the website is on there, and sign up because it's free, and there'll be free things, giveaways soon, so go and check it out. So over the last week I did a video for YouTube. The one I did was an allotment tour. Now, you who follow me already know I do not like doing allotment tours. I do find them quite boring. So I did a quick one, 7 minutes. I think that's my fastest one ever. So that's not bad. So if you head over to Happy Acres allotment, you'll get to see that 7-minute ramble, as I call it. You'll get to see the allotment tour, and you'll get an idea then of what my allotment looks like and what my future plans are. So for this one, I'm just going to talk a bit about things I bought ready for this gardening season. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding it very difficult to find some decent seed potatoes. I always used to go to Wilco's, cheap as chips they were, and they did the job. And you got a good, I think it was 2.5 kilo for like £3. Fantastic. Now, you can't get them anywhere. Well, you can, but they're very expensive. So the other day I was in B&Q, and I picked up, I think it's the Javelin, and they were 2 kilos. I think they were £4.50. Not too bad, to be fair. So quite pleased with that. Not sure how they're gonna turn out yet. I've never used potatoes from B&Q. Like I said, I've always been a Wilco's man for seed potatoes. I did try some myself last year from what we used in the house, and I let them sprout. They did all right, to be fair. My one tip for growing potatoes this year, and I found this worked really, really well, is I got some newspaper, and each seeded potato I wrapped it up and then put it in the ground, and I didn't really get any bugs on them. They didn't get ate, and I got some really big potatoes. So that's my tip for your potatoes. Wrap your seed potato in a piece of newspaper and put it in the ground. It works amazingly well. So try that out, and then let me know in the comments and in the Spotify if it works for you. Something else that I bought recently is from that, is it Temu? I can't pronounce it. So I bought these little disposable, it's like that little white cloth stuff you get. I can't pronounce it. But it's basically, you know, when you get you can buy these things where you soak them. I can't pronounce what it's called, that soil, but it expands it, and then you put your seed in and grow. Well, these are different. You get the bags and you fill them up. I got 100 for 58p. So they're like little mesh bags that disintegrate, and yeah, I've already started some plants off of them. You can see the roots, so they do look good. They're more roomy, if you know what I mean, and you can just plop them straight in your plots when you're done. I think it's genius because you fill them up with your own soil, with your own compost, so you know what you're putting in there, so you know it's good, and especially if you've made it. So yeah, they are really cheap, and I bought 1,000. If they're any good, I'm going to buy another 1,000, because for 58p, it's nothing, and it's free delivery. So definitely going to review that over the next coming weeks and tell you how they're getting on. So keep a lookout for that, because I'm going to do a YouTube video on that as well. I just think you got to try these things, ain't you? And one other thing that I'm thinking of purchasing very, very soon, but not sure yet, is another grapevine. Now, I purchased one last year and that shot up brilliantly. But I've got 3 polytunnels, so I do fancy another one. But I just think they're very expensive. And I took a cutting off one of my friends, did all right, but then died after a couple of years. So I'm thinking of getting another grapevine. The one I've got is a green, and it can go up to temperatures to I think it's minus 11, which isn't bad, but I paid good money for that. So if anyone knows where you can get decent grapevine, again, drop us a comment. Do appreciate that. Also this week, it's been quite bad weather, so I've not been able to get to the allotment too much, plus I've been bogged down with a lot of jobs. So I've been looking at some gardening jokes, and I just thought, why not just add a few to this podcast and see what we think. They are absolutely shocking. So I'm going to tell you a couple in a minute, and see what you think. They are poor, to be honest. So here's the first one. Why is Incredible Hulk such a good gardener? He's got green fingers. Terrible, but it makes me laugh. The next one. I used to make loads of money clearing leaves from gardens. I was raking it in. They're terrible, but I'm smiling. Well, let's have one more. You ready? What is the gardener's favourite novel? War and Peas. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. If you have any gardening jokes, actually funny ones, then again, leave us a comment and I'll read them out for you next time. Something I'm going to look to do, just every now and then, put a little couple of jokes out there. Excuse me. As we move on to next week's podcast, we're going to look at like, is gardening, sustainable? Is it, when you think about all these things that we have to, buy, is it sustainable? Are we very eco? Are you eco? Am I eco at gardening? I put things in place to try and make myself more economically friendly. And we'll discuss that next week. Is it cost effective? When you think, I always think of Christmas. Like when you come to Christmas, you've got your Aldis and you've got your Asdas that put all the veg down to 20p, and then we're slaving away all year growing it. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. But obviously, I don't just do it for the veg and that. I do it for the pleasure and meeting the other people on the site and that community feel. I do enjoy that. So yeah, and it's your little space, as I've always said. It's a lovely space to go to. So yeah, next week we're going to look or talk about, is it economically friendly? Are we cost effective? Is it sustainable? As gardeners, what could we do better? Or, do we do enough? So that's for next week. I want to thank you for listening to this little garden ramble, and I do appreciate you hanging on for this 10 minutes. Bless you. I know it's painful, isn't it? I'm just joking. But yeah, go to the YouTube channel, Happy Acres Allotment on YouTube. There's a new video out now, as I've said. Go and have a look at that, and then in the description there's the links to my other social media. So you've got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and the website. So go and give us a like, share, subscribe on all them pages. I would really appreciate it. And until next time, I wish you all a wonderful week and happy gardening. Goodbye.